All you happy gardeners, welcome back to Stinky Ditch Nursery. We've got Katie on camera. Say hello, babe.
Hello.
And today we're talking about germinating your cyclamen seed. I've already done a couple of posts on this, on how to collect your cyclamen seed, how to give them the initial wash in soapy water, how to wash them again for another 24 hours in clean water. This gets rid of the hormone on the outside that stops them from germinating. It also rehydrates the seed if they're a year old. It's always best to use fresh seed with cyclamen if you can. So for this you need a freezer bag like this with a zip tie thing at the top that is clearly dated and labelled as to the name of the seed that you're going to be putting in there. You also need some kitchen roll which will fit in the bag, same sort of size, and we also need a pair of glasses if you're like me, and your seed. Now this seed, as I've said, has been soaking for the last 24 hours in clean water. Prior to that it was soaking for 24 hours in soapy water and it was given a good rinse. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off 4 sheets of kitchen roll like this and fold them in half like that. We're then going to give this a bit of a wet. Now you don't want it too wet, you want it just a little bit damp. So I'll sprinkle it a little bit like this, pick it up, and I'm going to wring it out like that. Can you get this, Katie? I'm going to wring it out until we've got almost all the water out of there. We're going to check that we're nice and dry on the table, and then I'm going to unfold it. Now it's always better to use good quality kitchen roll with this because it's just easier to use, it won't fall apart like this cheapo stuff that I'm using at the moment. There we go. So we've got that, open like that, and it's nice and damp. We then take our seed and we drain off the water. Katie, if you want to just sort of show the people how I drain off the water like this, keeping the seed at the bottom of the cup, like that. There we go. And there's our seed, which are all nicely soaked and plumped up. Then we knock those out onto our kitchen roll like this, and we just sort of space them out a bit. They don't have to be in lines or anything like that, they just have to be moved away from each other so that when they start to send out little shoots they won't all tie together. Even if they do tie together, it's not really that much of a problem. So there you go, can you see that, Katie? Yeah, so there we go, we've got them like that, and then we literally just fold it in half, nice and damp, open up our bag like this and slide it in. There we go. Now what we're going to do with this now is we're going to put it in an airing cupboard. It's not so much to do with the temperature that you have them in, it's more to do with a constant temperature. So they'll be in the airing cupboard, it will be at about sort of 16, 17, 20 degrees, something like that, but it's more to do with the constant temperature. Now I'm going to leave that in the airing cupboard, get all the air out of the bag. I'm going to leave that in the airing cupboard for a couple of weeks, and after a couple of weeks we're going to open it up and they should have started sprouting and we're going to plant them out. And that's it, that's the next stage in your germination of your cyclamen seed. This has been Robbie Phoenix down at Stinky Ditch Nursery. Now if you want to buy some cyclamen, and this is the best time of year to start planting them out. They've all finished flowering, they've all died back to the bulbs, and you want to be planting them out when they're in their dormant period. Rather than when they're in flower, but there we go. So check us out at www.stinkyditchnursery.co.uk. Thank you ever so much for watching.